Hello everyone out there in the music community. This is Michael Soldier 777 Comanche here. On this episode, I figure I'll show you the box sets that I have in my collection. Sometimes the definition I think of a box set could be loosely defined. And I looked up online and it said anything contains 3 or more CDs and has a sort of a thick booklet of a write-up or some kind of booklet of a write-up. So let's get right to it. So I got 5 to show, and I didn't show any albums I have with only 2 discs, even though it contains a thick booklet. Only have those that or include those that have 3 or more discs in the box set. So first one I show is the White Heart one. Here's the, it's called Heart of Gold. There you have it. Here's a side panel. And here's the back. And it includes 6 albums. Doing for Movie, Mersey Broadcast. Doing for Movie came out in 86, Mersey Broadcast in 87, Freeman 89, Powerhouse in 1990. Tales Wonder in 92 and Highlands in 93. It contains 6 collector cards and 6 photos. Now I don't have those collector cards and photos with me, but there you have it. And it also has so it got these 6 CDs. There you have it. And these sold out fast. I was lucky to get them at Greater Records for a good price. Here's Waiting for Movie. Here is Mersey Broadcast. Here is Freedom, Powerhouse, Tales of Wonder, and Highlands. There you have it. And it also contains a 7th disc with some other songs. So it has Even the Hardest Heart, Morning Star, Even the Hardest Heart, which is a different version of the one on the album Inside, which came out in 95. It has that song. It has Morning Star, My Eyes Have Seen, Letter of Love, and Climb the Hill. These are from a compilation they put out, They're Nothing But the Best Rock and Radio Classics. There are two, and they contain 2 unreleased tracks in each one. These are the 4 songs. So, and so it's kind of cool to include that. Also has Light a Candle, which is from Tales of Wonder. Little Drummer Boy was a Christian tune he did. And also talks about, there's a couple talking points. There's 7 songs. Also has Story Behind Light a Candle, Story Behind Gabriella, which is a love song, and Tales of Wonder radio promo spot. Also too want to make a point where on White Heart, Tales of Wonder, the song Morning Star wasn't listed on the album, but they listed here on the album. It's a 1:24 song, but Morning Star, the full version of the song, was included on one of those compilations on the Radio Classics, which is most of the mellow songs and ballads. So it's kind of cool to include a full version of that song on this disc here, the 7th disc. Also, to want to make a point where I had the Rock and Radio Classics compilation, and I sold them off because the 2 songs were included in this box set, so I didn't see a point to keep the compilation, so sold that off. So there you have it. So anyway, that's my that's the one I have of White Heart, which is a very nice compilation, and it's quite rare. You can't get that now, it's sold out. So I'm very glad to have it. 1 second, guys. I'm very glad to have that in my collection. A little bit of trouble here trying to put these CDs away. 1 second now. Which kind of gets irritating. Anyway, 1 second. I'm having trouble here. Give me 1 minute. I want to put these away in order that I have them. So there you have it. So that's my White Heart box set compilation that I have. And also want to make a point where there's 3 or 4 Christian rock, hard rock bands that I consider to be the big 4. which is Whiteheart, DeGarmo Key, Marlon Lefebvre, and Petra. To me, they're the big four. I probably can include a couple other bands too. Might be escape my memory. Maybe you might be able to include them too. They started off in the late 70s, late 70s, early 80s. There's Whiteheart, DeGarmo Key, Marlon Lefebvre, and Petra. They're almost like they're more popular bands. Now, I don't have any DeGarmo Key and Marlon in my collection, but they've also got a lot of good songs out too as well. Awesome bands. Anyway, so let's get to my next box set. So next one we have here is another awesome box set. We came out in 2023. This is a Petra 51. I have this on vinyl as well. Has 3 discs, and I think they're arranged by, yeah, they're pretty much arranged in chronological order, I believe. So this one goes from 74. I won't list all the songs here. I'm sure you all know this one. Walk on Light from 74 up to More Power to 82. Disc 2 goes from 83 up till around 88, from Now This Road to Cancel Holy. And Disc 3 contains much of material from 89 to 2003 Jekyll and Hyde. So Disc 3. So it's got 3 discs, a big thick write-up, and the LP version got 5 LPs. So a great box set from Gerda Records. I won't take this out, but it's a nice thick box set from Gerda Records. There you have it. Very good having my collection. And I encourage you guys to buy this too. I mean, I don't buy every Petra compilation out there, but this one I had to buy because one, I'm a big Petra fan. They're probably in my top 1 or 2 favorite bands. Almost like a Tuscan Human Striper. And it's got a nice thick booklet and lots of pictures. So there you have it, Petra 50, came out 2023 at Gerda Records. And this kind of commemorates Petra's 50th anniversary. There you have it. Next up we have the Res Band, Music to Raise the Dead. There you have it. This got a thick booklet. It's got 3 CDs and 1 DVD or Blu-ray. I think it's DVD. So it has the 3 disc set, the Hollister Career. Also has the live concert is actually a 20 years live CD, a 20 years live concert. So as you may know, they put 20 years live back in 1992 on CD, on double CD only. I have that in my collection. So this is a video to it. So very good to have this in my collection. And to me, getting that DVD alone is worth the price of admission. That DVD it's a nice concert. The band is excellent live. Of course, I guess now I don't have much exposure to Res live. Never seen them in concert, other than what I see on YouTube and various videos. And they're really tight band live. Even the early 40s back in the early days in the 80s, early 80s. A very good band live. There you have it, Res Band, Music Raise the Dead, Hollister Career. Oops, Hollister Career. Oh, the book just popped out. Just for me to show you guys a book, real quick there. Luckily it has soft landing, no damage done. So here you have, shows early pictures of Glenn Causer. Look at that, isn't that awesome? Some archival pictures of the band. There you have it, another one for the band. So yeah, this is a nice thick booklet. It's a great read. Here's an ad in Cornerstone. I think it's an ad in Cornerstone magazine. I read this in years. I probably should read it again. That same picture is in the 20 years live booklet. That same picture of the band. That's pretty cool. Of course, you got When You Reply, their first album. Here's a band playing a gig in the early years. There you have it. So yeah, some great stuff in this package. So very glad to have some in my collection. All right, guys, let's move along. So next up we have another compilation from Gerda Records of a great artist, one of my favorite singers and musicians, and all around. This guy has got a great personality. Here's Ken Tamplin with Stand Up and Shout from Gerda Records, which came out in 24. There you have it. And this is a huge set. It's got 69 songs on 4 discs and a nice thick booklet, nice thick write-up. It's pretty much highlights his career of the solo work with Shout and Magdalene. And also too, it has some unreleased material too, like Stormbringer, And It Pours, Show Me the Way Out, Someone I've Got to Be, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's a nice thick booklet. Ken Tamplin, something to shout. Great to have you in collection if you're a Ken Tamplin fan. There you have it. Lastly, now this wasn't advertised as a box set, and I think it is. And it's from band Deliverance. So what you have here is a 2 CD, 1 DVD set with a nice thick booklet, which is called, one second now, Camelot and Smithereens. Now, when I bought this album originally came out in 1995 on Intense Records. Now, when Jimmy Brown envisioned to put a concept album, and I think I realized back at the time it was a concept album. I didn't like the album back then, the original version. For some reason, I didn't like it. And back then, after hearing it back then and the 95 version, it kind of ranked at the bottom of the Deliverance catalog, in my opinion. And I was late comer to the album. I didn't get the album until around 2000, 2001. Anyway, I kept it in my collection. And anyway, so what he did, Jimmy Brown, and I think back then too, he was sort of having disagreements with the label. He wanted to put out the full story of what the album's about, Camelot Smithereens, the full story with different sound effects and more of a fuller insert, if not mistaken. And the label said no, and he only released 9 songs with no explanation. And I didn't know back at the time it was a concept album, I don't think. Now, after hearing this new recorded version of Camelot Smithereens with the CD, 2 CDs, it got the original mix, came out 95, and the new re-recorded version with short interludes in between songs, and a thick booklet which contains a complete story of what the album's about. I appreciate the album much more. So it's probably, in my opinion, one of the bottom ranking albums of their discography, of their dozen so albums they put up. It moves up a couple of ranks to probably the middle or the lower middle of the album. It moves up to me at least probably 2, 3, 4 spots, in my opinion. It's a much better album, more fuller. The mix and the re-recorded version of this is much better. It's almost like the album came out in 2022. I believe they did it in 21. It's almost like getting a brand new album from Deliverance, in my opinion. It's almost like getting a brand new album, and you know, with the enhanced production, they re-recorded the whole album, I think, from the ground up, and to me, it's much more better sound than the original. And 6 of the songs I really enjoy, and 3 of the songs are okay, but those songs aren't bad. They're just not my cup of tea. But like, it kind of, you know, I guess they had to record those songs for the album to flow, because it's a 9-song album with those little interludes. There you have it, Deliverance, Camelot Smithereens. There you have it. I would say it's a box set because I got, like I said, 3 discs and a thick booklet. Even though I don't think it was advertised. I think it's more or less advertised as a deluxe album, not a box set. But in my mind, this is a box set, in my opinion, just as me. You guys are welcome to your opinions in your comments below. I encourage you to let me know your thoughts. Yeah, so that's 5 boxes in my collection. I figure I'd show those box sets, let you guys see what I got in my collection, and let me know what you think of them below. They're all well done, in my opinion, from the different companies. I know Girder did the Roy Hart, the Petra and the Ken Tamplin. Retroactive did this one, Camelot Smithereens. And I think this one, Res Band, was done by their own company, Girder Records. There you have it. The only thing I don't like about the Roy Hart box set is the box is not very sturdy. I think this is a minor complaint. I think if they put the box, had a much stronger box to hold all those CDs, would be much better. But like I said, that's only a minor thing. But the box is very well, nice artwork on the box. It shows a full layout here on the back with a nice cover. So there you have it. But like I said, that's only downfall of that. But like I said, everything else is pretty much perfect. Hey folks, all the best. Have a great day. Hope you enjoy that. Bye now.